Hello.
Hey, my dude, how you been?
Pretty good.
I haven't talked to you in like a week.
I know. Getting busy on chem or chem 30.
Yeah, you shared that with me there. I had no idea what that stuff meant. Where's the Starbucks? What's going on?
No, this time I'm doing ramen.
Ah, I see.
Yep.
You get
These
new
are like my
glasses?
favorite drink. Sorry?
You get new glasses?
No. Have these before? Probably because of my haircut.
Oh, haircut. There it is. Yeah, yeah. It is. You know.
Did you know inside ramen bottles there's a tiny marble?
Why? Is that a Squid Game reference?
No, it's because this is like the old way of sealing glass bottles.
Oh,
Yep.
learning something every day.
Actually, give me 1 minute, real quick.
Take your time, man.
This is actually how you open one. I got another one. When you open it, there's like this weird plastic thingy. You put it on the top, press really hard. Here, you see. Um, there.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Oh, it's like such a cool, like tactile haptics thing.
Yep.
It's like opening a can of bubbly, but a little bit more complicated.
It's more of a novelty drink because it gets pretty expensive at $3 each.
Oh yeah, no kidding. So what's in there? What's in it?
It's like carbonated flavored water. It's more of a, I guess it leans more on a sport drink.
It's got like
Like here,
electrolytes and stuff in it, or what?
yep, it does. It's
Oh,
this is like the go-to drink in Japan if you were to like work out or go to like a school gym.
oh, cool.
Yep, because these are 50 yen each. So about 50 cents, 50 to 60 cents in Japan. And it costs $3 here.
Ye-
And there's like a million flavors of them.
Um,
Just me so far.
yeah, just use so far. I've got a couple of notes from people who say they intend on joining. Some of those in the group chat, some of them not. I think Nicole's coming too, but I'm not sure.
What happened to Luca?
Oh, so Luca joined uh, an acting group called Circle of Voices,
Oh,
and it is on Tuesdays and Thursday nights.
oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, no, not really. It's a hard group to get into, and it's really important.
Oh,
Like,
is it hard?
yeah, it's important.
Oh, okay.
And it's all indigenous people doing indigenous art. So, as an indigenous person, why do you want to sit here and listen to this white guy tell you the same stories you listened to last year when you could be going and, um, engaging in some more culturally relevant things? I think that's really important. I think
Makes sense.
Nicole
Yeah.
might be coming too. I'm not sure about that. And maybe Beck. I am so tired today.
Hard work.
Yep, full-time job and married and two kids, and it's a pandemic. Everybody's entitled to be a little tired from time to time. Hey, well, it's just you here. Do you want to talk about that jam session we had the other day with Chris and Beck?
It was not bad. Or on my case, I thought it was gonna be worse, but it went pretty smooth.
Yeah, man. For your first time operating with like a live ensemble and
Yeah,
having like, I gave you minimal direction on purpose just to kind of, let your instincts do the work instead of
yeah,
thinking like, what am I supposed to do? Am I doing it wrong? Like if there's so many rules to follow, chances are you're gonna feel inadequate. But you know, I gave you like the bare minimum, and you just rolled with it. I think it was pretty good.
it's pretty fun too.
Yeah, man. And this is the kind of stuff that we hope to be getting more of it as the year goes on. We'll see how the pandemic plays out and stuff like that. But when people are closer to done their class, like next week and the week after, then hopefully we'll be able to do more of those. We got another one on Friday, right? With
Yeah.
Alexa. Yeah. I didn't make that chord chart yet. I'm sorry. I'll get to that as soon as I can.
Okay. You want to borrow my guitar for the recording?
Sure. I mean, like,
Yep. Because
you know,
I don't use it a lot. It's more of a novelty item at this point.
sorry, I'm making funny faces at somebody who just entered the waiting room.
Oh, new
It's
member?
just a number. So, um, just hang tight. Just turn off your camera for a second in case this is a Zoom bomb.
Sure.
But then again, maybe it's one of the people who said they were going to show up. You see that? 13068?
Yep. It's connecting to audio for me. So
Could be one of the other four people who said they were showing up, but I don't know.
my numbers. That's the thing.
Yeah. Oh, it's Aubrey.
Or not.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
Hi.
how's it going?
All right, how are you?
Not bad. Oh, I love that tie-dye thing behind you there. That's fantastic.
Thanks, I made them when I was like
You
16.
made that?
Yeah.
Shh. The layers of the onion that are Auburn. What can't you do?
I don't know. Pull my shit together.
Oh, don't fire shots at yourself. Okay, I'm gonna wait one more minute to see who else might show up here, and then I'm just gonna get going because this is all time that we could be listening to metal. How are you today, Auburn?
I'm all right. Didn't do much. Just went to class.
Right on. I hear you've got Dylan for your teacher for the rest of that English class, right?
Yeah.
She is awesome, in my opinion.
Yeah. I had her last year. She was pretty cool. I liked her.
Yeah, that's she's got a good heart. She knows what's up.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I do. I'm saying she does. Okay, it's been a minute. I'm going. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. I know you've all got important things to do with your lives and that your time is valuable, and I appreciate you spending that time with us. So, Emmanuel and you have not really been here for this unit of like sharing sessions and stuff yet. So let's just do a short recap, and then I'll share you some of the stuff that we've been looking at so far. I've recorded all these meetings, so you can go back and look at the other ones if something doesn't make sense, but you don't have to. It's just for interest's sake. Think of these as like the worst TED talks the white guys ever did. That's pretty much what they are. So this unit is on, and I chose this one because I love metal, I love extreme music, but also it's October, spooky season. I thought it'd be kind of sort of appropriate to do this unit now as opposed to like in April or something like that. And also because I kind of have this chip on my shoulder about how the music establishment and the general society views heavy and extreme music as some kind of like weird satanic thing that's only out to corrupt people, and how mainstream radio tends not to play it because, well, nobody's going to like that. It's abrasive and it's too challenging for people, and how record companies tend not to invest in it because they don't think there's going to be any return in it. But at the same time, being involved in the metal community, I've noticed that it's a group of people who have been some of the kindest, warmest, most accepting, diverse group of people that I've ever had the pleasure of working with. I won't comment on the other communities that I've been working with and stuff because that's not the point. It's not to compare. But upon getting into that community and kind of going like, I think I'm going to meet some characters here. This is going to be weird. Am I in danger? And then it turns out that they're just like really joy-filled, helpful, awesome people. As evidenced by something that I'll refer to in another video earlier, which was, are you guys familiar with the band Iron Maiden?
Yeah.
Okay. I heard of it.
Okay, so what do you know about Iron Maiden, Auburn? I want to ask you in particular because I haven't talked to you much this year.
That I grew up listening to it with my mom.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, Iron Maiden, Metallica, Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson, and fuck, so many more.
Oh, so you've been listening to this stuff for a while.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know you were a metalhead. We are siblings. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, so who's the lead singer of Iron Maiden?
Fuck, I don't know that.
Bruce Dickinson.
Okay.
Now, just as an example, just set the stage for the rest of this stuff. This isn't just supposed to be some unit where let's just listen to metal and nerd out about it. It's supposed to be an example about like how things don't always things aren't always as they seem. Don't judge a book by its cover. Just because something is offensive sounding does not mean that one should judge the person who's making the art or sharing the art. And for that matter, don't judge a person by how they look. It's about looking deeper beneath what's going on. So Bruce Dickinson is like a lifetime sober living metal singer who sings songs about before this was a kind of like a popular or at least buzzword term, songs about truth and reconciliation. You know this tune, Run to the Hills?
Yeah.
So that's a song about like revealing the truth of how colonizers in North America and indigenous people that came before them were at war for a long time, and how the indigenous population was brutalized by colonizers.
Yeah.
Run to the... Did you know that?
No, I didn't actually.
Let's just take a quick look at those lyrics. Because imagine a metal band singing about something, and this is kind of like one of the points of this thing, is that things are not scary until they are real. Fiction is not really scary because you know that it's fake. You know? Run to the Hills. This is the Iron Maiden song. You can go back to the previous video on this on the YouTube channel if you're interested in looking at it and listening to the song. But white man came across the sea. He brought us pain and misery. He killed our tribes. He killed our creed. He took our game for his own need. We fought him hard. We fought him well. Out on the plains, we gave him hell. But many came, too much for Cree. Will we ever be set free? Run to the hills. Like, who is singing about truth and reconciliation in like 1979, 1980? And people are thinking it's some kind of like a zombie film or something, or zombie. Yeah. No, this is actually about like the devastation and genocide of a group of people that's continuing to this day. That is actual scary stuff because it's real. It's real people's stories, and it gets deep to the heart of like the dark side of human history. Do you think a country song would be appropriate for that? No. A pop song? How's that going to get on the radio? How's that people going to pay attention until you have like deep distorted guitars, really fast grinding rhythms, that sort of stuff? Anyway, I might be belaboring this point, but that's what we've been kind of sort of doing so far. Now, both of you missed... Okay, so we're going to do a sharing session after this. I want you to send me some links of things that you're into that you think other people might not like that are in kind of sort of the metal genre. It doesn't have to be modern. It doesn't have to be old. It doesn't have to be anything. You just have to like it. School appropriate. I know you know that. You're adults. I don't need to tell you that. But I'm going to share with you one first, primarily because I want to see your reactions to this particular human being. Does anybody here know about throat singing at all?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me what you know. While I pull this.
That the only thing that I know is like literally the TikTok that I seen on Facebook of Indigenous women throat singing.
Okay, but like the technique of it, I mean.
Oh no, not at all.
Have you noticed anything about the people who do throat singing? Anything that's in common with them?
No.
Have you noticed anything potentially about gender of those people who are singing those things?
No, I don't know much about it at all.
E-Man, anything?
I'm not too sure too.
They're all women.
Really?
Have you not noticed that? Like, good, you don't see gender. That's fine. Have you? But seriously, look at throat singing. It's all females, right?
Oh, I didn't notice that because when I watched like the throat singing videos back then, like not indigenous or like Canadian Western, it's an Asian throat singing. It's Mongolian.
Oh,
a lot of them are both genders, guy, girl. Yeah.
The Mongolian one's a little bit different. The Mongolian one, the dude is doing like the low undertone, and then the female is doing like the whistle thing that's going on.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So there is a connection here. I'm not just talking about stuff for the sake of talking about it. So throat singing and the ability to sing from your actual stomach and like release your esophagus and your diaphragm and just like make what's almost a belch, but not really. That's too guttural of a word, but it's just like reverberating like half of your digestive tract and it's like making that sound. Most males can't do that because they lack progesterone. And specifically speaking, an overdose of progesterone, which is usually experienced during pregnancy. So I'm not saying males can't experience progesterone, and I'm not trying to get into the trans content yet. But generally speaking, females are better metal singers because they can do that low, growly, just kind of thing. So I wanted to show you a video of a singer who is both like the beautiful female melodic sort of stuff, and also like the pig growl guttural scream thing that like it doesn't sound like a human anymore. It's really amazing, and I wanted to just see your reaction to this because this one blew my mind. So on this one, please keep your cameras on because I really want to see how you react to this. Here we go. Sorry, this is a band from Ukraine. Their name is Ginger. This is a song called Pisces. It's live. There's no studio magic, I promise. It's insane. Here we go. Give me a thumbs up if you can see that.
Yep.
Suffering
Isn't that bananas? How a human being can access to completely different tonal qualities in their vocal delivery without editing. Like, that's unreal.
That's insane.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, she's unbelievable. I'll let you watch those things on your own here. So I'm more interested in what you're listening to. If you want to look at the other things from the previous videos, then go ahead. But that's just like an example of somebody who's obviously very dedicated to their craft, and also doesn't care what anybody else thinks. It's like, I'm not just gonna be a pretty singer. I'm just gonna. So I'm not sure if you've been involved in these sharing sessions before, Auburn, but basically what you do is you Facebook me a link outside of the group chat, and then I'll stream it for everybody, and we can talk about it, and then you can share with us what you liked about it, and then we'll sort of spitball from there. Emmanuel's done these things before, so it doesn't matter to me who goes first. Rock, paper, scissors. Whoever's got something to share, go ahead.
I don't know many off the top of my head.
Ooh. Metal wise, it's gonna be hard. Something that is not popular.
If you want more time to think about it, I have a billion things to share, and I'm happy to do so. But I also don't want to like steamroll the conversation by just, hey, listen to me, listen to this guy. Like, I have enough attention in my life as it is.
So something that is not popular, right? I guess metal related.
Yeah, that's not to say that metal isn't popular. Metal is definitely popular and is well categorized and well studied. But mainstream media, mainstream radio, mainstream record companies, generally speaking, don't sort of prioritize it as they do things like country, pop, rock, etc.
Okay.
So maybe as a reminder of the three really broad categories that make up what metal is one, it should be some kind of counterculture, like we're directly trying to challenge what is popular by going against the grain. So nothing is any good if other people like it, sort of thing. A little bit of underground, but a little bit of just kind of like, I'm going to make something that's just challenging to listen to because that's the whole point. Two, it should be actually difficult to perform. If you say that you are a metal musician, you should be able to actually play really, really well. It's not supposed to be as the opposite of punk, which is like, a couple of chords and you got a lot of energy, you can go. It doesn't matter if it turns out to be quality. The point is that the energy is there. So that's the difference between punk and metal. Is that punk can be played by anyone who's got the attitude, and metal can be played by people who have studied for years and practiced for hours to be able to do it. And three, there should be kind of some connection to the occult, the so-called evil, or otherwise a story that is dark and upsetting and hopefully real in connection to other things. That's not to say that you can't make a song about zombies, which of course are not real, and it not be spooky, but the more real it is, the darker it can get. Oh, you just sent me something. Hold on. Let me pull this up.
Okay. Let me find one real quick.
It's just one that I used to listen to as a kid.
Sorry, I got so many windows open here. Oh, Slipknot. Okay. Yeah. So even the name of this band is crazy. What's the name of the band? Do you know what this means?
Fuck no.
It's a noose.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I knew that.
So this band is a little bizarre because, like, they actually kind of made it into the mainstream a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they did that, or what sort of like marketing was going on with this thing. But the main part of it is that their identities on stage and in their general public persona were hidden. They shared their names and stuff, but like you wouldn't recognize the Slipknot dudes on the street, right?
No, I wouldn't. Like, I
No.
still don't know.
What do you know about this song in particular and what it's about?
Nothing. Just that I used to listen to it a lot when I was younger. But I got like the lyrics up right in front of me on my phone.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, this is one of those tunes that like some of the lyrics are they're just word salad. It doesn't make a lot of sense. There's definitely like clearly behind the lyrics somebody is suffering. It doesn't really turn into like a beautiful poetic narrative,
No.
and it doesn't have to. Lyrics are not always for that. I mean, as I've been teaching songwriting, I've always been encouraging people to like sing about meaning and things that you know, and make purpose to the words. But this one's a little bit of it's definitely some kind of a story about either a serial killer or somebody with really disturbing thoughts, who isn't acting on them, but they're inside their head. Like there's an internal civil war going on inside their head.
Yeah.
What year was this from?
Mm,
Do you know?
no, give me 1 second.
If you were listening to this the actual year it came out, I'd be really surprised.
I'm sure.
Because it's about 14 years old, I think.
Well, I'm 20, so that makes sense why I grew up listening to it. Yeah,
2008.
Yeah.
That is 2008. Now, can you, if you don't want to talk about it anymore, that's fine. But like, tell me like why you liked this, and even if the answer is I don't know, I just did.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just mom played it all the time, and it's just something I ended up listening to.
Do you see how there's a connection with this kind of thing, with how you were kind of raised listening to Iron Maiden and Judas Priest and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of interesting. It's like I find that like the more that people are introduced to not just happy Teletubbies pop music when they're young, it's like they actually have more of an open mind to listen to things that are challenging. It's interesting because like this song doesn't sound good. It just sounds painful.
Yeah, which I mean, I don't mind.
Yeah, that's just it, Auburn. Is that you have to be okay with like using music as like a therapy almost. It's like an externalization of negativity and stuff.
Well, that's what I use it for, honestly.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. It's so helpful. I do this a lot in my life. I'm not saying it's for everybody because sometimes you just don't want to think about dark stuff because I've had enough of it. But how I've heard it described and is like metal is like steel wool for your rusty brain. It's like you got to clean out the gunk just by pure just get it out of there. Anyway, sorry. Let's actually listen to this. I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about it.
Thanks for sharing this one. This is a good one. Have you heard this one, Iman? Are you there? Oh, you're not there. Hello?
Hello?
Have you heard this one before?
I have not.
Okay. So I'm just going to put up the artwork, kind of because I want people to try to listen to the thing before just following the lyrics, because the lyrics aren't really important here. It's the energy. And also the artwork on this album was fantastic. That's something that, generally speaking, metal artists tend to do, is that they have artwork that isn't just focusing on the members of the band, like an ego project. It's actually like
they have a story to go with the song.
Yeah, it's meant to be like some kind of a metaphor or something. Anyway, so from the album All Hope Is Gone, 2008, this is Slipknot with Psychosocial. I feel like I'm running a radio show. You don't have to keep your cameras on for this one. That's cool. Yeet. Oh man, Abin, I haven't heard that in years. Thank you so much. That took me back a long way. Like That was like the stuff that was coming out when I was starting teaching, and I'm like, I can't let the students know I like this because they'll think I'm a Satanist or something. Now I'm just like, oh, thank you. That's fantastic. Do you want to say anything more about that before we move on
No.
to men sharing?
Okay. I do have to leave in a bit here, though.
Okay, let's do at least one more from E-Man, and then I'll post the video of this later on so you can see the other things that we did. Okay, so man, which one do you want to do first? Do you want to do Baby Metal or Call of Duty?
Let's do 115. Why not?
Pardon?
Let's do 115.
115. Okay, tell me what you know about this.
That one there is it's you probably know Easter eggs, right?
Yeah.
In one of the famous Call of Duty maps, like one of the first OG Call of Duty maps, you have to find 4 teddy bears and you have to pretty much activate them at the same time, and you unlock the song. But to be specific, though, that song
on YouTube.
Aside from, I guess, knowing like the actual lyrics, I never really saw or paid attention enough. Other than it's like, I guess one of literally one of the first ever video game soundtracks that I pretty much enjoyed.
Yeah, and particularly because like this is a game about like, war.
Yeah.
And like, defense against the extraterrestrial and stuff like that. Man, I haven't played Call of Duty for like a long time, but I remember hearing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, it makes sense that you're having like a game about that's, war, that you're going to have music that reflects the environment that's around you.
No, that soundtrack actually came from the zombie version of the game.
It's still war. It doesn't matter who
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Here we go.
The nostalgia.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. Ah, yeah. Wow. I've never
You
really
can,
looked
prob-
at that beyond just playing the game.
you can probably see my face smiling throughout because I'm getting hit by the old nostalgia. It's been like what,
Yeah.
10 years?
Oh, Kitty. Hi, Kitty. All
Coming
are
to get her
welcome.
love before I leave.
Tell me about your cat before I pull up this last one. This next one, it's only like 3 minutes long. I don't know how much time you have, but if you can stay for this one, I really want to see your reaction. Tell me about your kitty.
I don't know. She's like almost, I think, 7 or 8 years old, and her name's Hunter.
Oh. Okay. So this last thing we'll share before we call it a night here is something that Eman and I have listened to before, but it's the first time that I've seen metal on like mainstream television ever, and it completely blew my mind. It's like most of the time
That
you tune
song
into
is so
late night television.
overplayed in radios in Japan.
I know. This is definitely their hits, but
Yeah.
it's like a J-pop and American metal like hybrid, where there's like the super stereotypical J-pop dancing, singing harmonies, but it's behind a backdrop of Slipknot like stuff, and it's on mainstream late night American television. And I didn't realize this till late afterwards, but the song is about bulimia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that on mainstream television. This network took a huge risk, and also it's just I've never heard anything like it before. It's a band called Baby Metal. They're from Nagasaki, I believe.
Yeah.
Could be wrong about that, but prepared to this. So anyway, this will be the last one, and then Albert, I'll let you go, and we'll continue this on Thursday. I think that'll probably be the last one. Here we go.
Not sure what I'm about to see, but I'm pretty excited about it. Here to perform Gimme Chocolate, please welcome Baby Metal.
Like, what is even happening? Right?
I don't get it, honestly.
Okay, so it's obviously there's a cultural divide going on here, and it's clearly a very experimental, new, like hybrid sort of art form. That song in particular I mentioned was about bulimia, the eating disorder, and there's two parts of the song. There's that which is like almost unlistenable, like the verses which are just like just like a bunch of crazy, and then the verses which are like it's the juxtaposition of that disease where the chocolate or whatever food is bringing you joy is also like the cause of like the active part of that disorder. So it's like one song is about
Yeah, I
one
get
part of the song is
that.
about purging, and the other part of the song is about like the joy of it and like the extremes between the two. Great little piece of art there. I mean, like I don't know what that's like to feel like with that disorder, but like if that speaks to anybody, then it's worth it. And for that to be on national television during prime time, awesome.
That's pretty
Awesome.
crazy. Yeah.
That's so awesome. Like they would have never done that in like the 70s with Johnny Carson, right? Not a chance. Okay, I know I gotta go. You gotta go, so I'll let you go there. And I wish you this awesome night and good night, Hunter. Nice to meet you.
Good night. Have a good night. Thank you.
Hey, we gotta schedule something soon, right? I can't remember what we talked about, but I think it was.
Well, we were talking about Friday in the morning. Then
I
we
know,
made
but
an
the
appointment
thing.
at the hospital.
Yeah. So let's think about next week. You tell me when you're free because that's like 3 times you've been bumped, and I don't want to bump you again.
I'm free this week if you have time this week. Like I could even do Friday in the afternoon.
Friday in the afternoon, I got a session with like a full band. But if you're free, I know your classroom's right next door. Like, come by and listen. But as
Yeah,
far
sure.
as just a solo session for just you, that wouldn't work that day. But you're always welcome to come and hang out, and drop by.
Okay. Well, then yeah, we could probably do it like next week, whenever.
Monday morning, I think, is all right with me.
Sure.
Okay, sounds good. All right.
9 a.m. again?
9 a.m. You know the deal. Right after
Okay,
you finish
sounds
with the
good.
deal. I'm so
Okay.
jealous. I wish I could get motivated in the morning.
Okay. Have a good night.
Okay, you too. Thanks for coming up, and I appreciate your time. Good night.
Hey, Mr. Don, what's an overplayed song on the radio here in Canada? Or like North America?
Oh, probably Bohemian Rhapsody, even though it's awesome.
That's like our that song, Baby Metal, Give Me Chocolate, that's pretty much it in Japan.
It's really cool though.
Everyone loved it.
Okay.
Including myself.
I have enough time to share one more, and if you're like really scrambling for things to look for in this particular genre, maybe I could.
Can we end this with a Doom?
Doom?
theme?
Yeah, that's not really metal. It's
it
just
seems I wouldn't really say it's that metal, but what else?
Yeah.
Wait. I think I found one too. It's not this is also really old, like 8-10 years ago. You know Avenged Sevenfold?
Oh yeah.
Yep, it's that could work. Avenged Sevenfold's Shepherd of Fire. It could work.
Okay. Yeah, send me a link.
Sure. And
Oh yeah. Yeah. I know.
such a unique art in my or album cover. A skull with wings. Interesting.
Oh yeah, the imagery for sure.
I always thought about that ever since. Yeah, especially back then. Like, what am I looking at?
Okay, yeah, let's roll this one and then call it a night here.
Sweet. I kept staring at the skull or the skull's jawline. That's the one that's for some reason captured me the most, like staring at it.
Hold on a sec. Sorry, there's one more thing I got to share with you here. Just because this is
Sure.
going to go on the YouTube channel later, and I forgot to do it earlier. So there's this high school in St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada, that has a principal,
Oh.
and the principal is like a shaved head, purple hair, kind of like me, but her hair is purple. Like tons of tattoos, piercings, like drives a car with an Iron Maiden
That sounds sick.
license
An
plate.
Iron Maiden like a rap.
Yeah,
Like a
their
vinyl rap?
Instagram is all Iron Maiden license plate on their car.
Oh.
An Instagram that's all just like and like bunch like the 666 number all over it and stuff. And there was a petition. Where is she? Yeah, I gotta show you a picture of her here. Here she is.
Oh, I
So
see.
there was this petition to remove the principal for leaving like an evil impression upon the youth of the society and stuff. And turns out that like she's like the kindest, most warm-hearted, helpful, like loving, just like grandma figures ever. But just like a few parents kind of went, I don't like the way she looks, and I don't like the music she listens to, and I don't think our students should be exposed to this music of the devil and this woman who's clearly a wolf in sheep's clothing, or a sheep in wolf's clothing, or whatever, however you want to put it. But there's an article about this that I wanted to share with everybody, which I forgot about, so I'm going to do that now. If you wanted to read it, I'll link it. If you wanted to read it while...
Sure, I'll read
So
it.
that's the last one. Interesting article. There we go. Yeah, so anyway, take a read of that. I thought it was like a really great example about like all you have to do is pay attention to the story of the human being and their truth, and not the image that they put out. Here we go. Shepherd of Fire. Sorry, I forgot about this. Huge ripoff of Black Sabbath. Huge ripoff.
Yeah.
Just saying. No, maybe it's not a ripoff. Maybe it's more like an homage. An homage. Yeah, that's what it is. But this is clearly Black Sabbath. Obviously, no tritons. Nice. Oh, that's a great tune.
Yeah, I read the article. I knew it.
Yeah.
I was literally betting everything in my room. Just yeah, I bet that's gonna show up there, and I was right.
Yep.
Of course.
That's a bit of a throwback to the previous video in part 3. If you want to go back and watch those, they're uploading right now.
Sure.
Something that I haven't mentioned yet about these things, like about how tunes like more to the metal side of the spectrum in rock music tend to be heavily rhythmically focused, where the content is like the riffs and like the like main parts of the structure are just like an industrial, just kind of like you can't write it out. It supersedes notation. Like you could write out the rhythms, but you couldn't like tell people how to play that. It's like you just have to hear it.
Yeah.
Anyway, you don't need to hear me struggle through that mimic well anymore. That's it, my buddy. Thank you very much for coming back in. Now go study some chemistry. Am I right?
Yep. Well, I'm done. Well, not
Oh,
done, but nothing to do so far.
Right on.
I finished playing Porter Robinson Shelter. Well, the easy version, and
Oh,
then
yeah?
moving on to like the harder version.
Cool.
Yeah.
So how many recordings are you playing, man? Like that's
Sure,
that's,
I will.
yeah, definitely
But
helpful.
earlier in Mr. Lazar's room, I managed to finish the entire piece. Well, no, yesterday.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
The issue now is getting it up to tempo, which is pretty fast. I can play at about 80, 90 BPM compared to 100 BPM, which is a standard.
Yeah, you're getting there. It's pretty close.
Yeah. And I have to work on the harder version now, too. Like the one I sent you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember that. Thank you
Yeah.
for sending me that.
Yeah, no problem. Except the left hand is a nightmare to work on.
Yeah, so especially from a right-hander's point of view. Well, Leopold Brokebeak III, which is a very pleasant thing.
I remember we broke the beak.
There, that's better. Brokebeak.
How'd you break the beak on that thing?
It's just connected by a little like metal grommet.
Plastic?
Plastic
Oh.
grommet. But his head, I actually sat on him, and it's just glued back on.
Oh.
So that's why he has a hunch. Okay? It's just like,
Oh.
broke his head, so I glued it back.
It's like a typical gamer pose. Okay.
Oh, I broke it again.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hey,
Super
it's
glue.
glued in thingy. Oh no, I'll do it again. Oh well. It's only the third time. It's okay, Leopold. He's already dead. Oh. well, I'll just put it over here. There we go.
That makes it even better, like have the head on the side.
Yeah, it's like some kind of like a laboratory experiment. Okay. Well, that's it, man. Thank you very much. Boyd's
Yep.
out.
For Luca.
Wish you could have been here, Luca. We'll send one to you later on.
Guess I'll
Alright.
see you Thursday, right?
You bet. Peace and love and metal.
Yep.
Night.
Night.